Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have a topic that I thought would be extremely interesting. I've always had like um, a lot of the people that read my blog have always had questions like, Ellen, do these things really happen to you? What are your erotic poems and fiction? Maybe what inspires it? What's the story behind any of these things, and is it real? Has it happened to you, or this is just like fantasies and stuff? Now, usually I don't like to answer that question because I like to, kind of keep that mystery going on. But today I thought, hey, that would actually be stuff that would be interesting that I could talk about. Now, if you have never been on my blog, I'm gonna put it right here. But it's illustrator.wordpress.com. That's my blog. And it also gives you an option to search for particular topics that I've written on. So if you want to look at these particular pieces, you can go on where it says, what are you in the mood for? And then you put like erotic or girl or love or last or nudes or stuff like that. Okay, so we're gonna start with Requiem for Truth. I wrote Requiem for Truth in 2018 in November, and this was like an extremely sexual piece, and yes, it is from real life. I had just had a problem with my boyfriend, and we were fighting because he had discovered that there was a friend that I might or might not have sent images of my boobies to. So keep in mind though, this is something that happened way before I started dating him, but this particular guy that I sent pictures of my boobies to happened to send them back to me whilst I was with him, and he was like, who the fuck is this? So yeah, so that's what happened, and I wrote this piece soon after we had relations with my boyfriend, and it wasn't even like angry sex where this person is obviously angry at you for something, and I actually kind of feel like he was trying to prove something by being angry and then sort of allowing us to do it when he was pissed off. So this piece is basically about what was happening and how it made me feel, which was terrible because if you read the piece, you will notice like there's a part where I'm talking about how he wouldn't allow me to remove my bra because this was like the problem area apparently. So yeah, Requiem for Truth is about that instance. So yeah, this was on November the 20th. So if you go on my blog, you can read this piece and what it was about, and you'll know the full truth about what happened to me on that particular day. And then another piece where I wrote about sexual content was labia elongation in Africa. This was more of a survey type of thing. It was pretty more educational than anything else. I wrote it in 2019, that's this year, in July. And this one was just like an awareness thing about how not all women have an outie. Some women have an innie, and that's also okay. And it's just about accepting ourselves for whatever we have in our bodies and not trying to change so many things, unless of course if it's bringing you discomfort or physical pain, then it's okay to change it, but mostly just going along with what you have. Another sexual piece was folds and layers. I like how I titled these things. Folds and layers had a huge picture of a vagina. It looks beautiful actually, and I wrote this in May. This was also like an awareness thing because I noticed that for women, like growing up in Africa, sex is something that is not talked about a lot. So this was just me talking about bringing out to the open the things that women refuse to talk about. That they say, okay, talk to this auntie or this person, these are people that you're not comfortable speaking to it naturally because you don't really have like a close relationship. So the people that you are close to sometimes refuse to speak about these things. So yeah, this was me being a blog bestie and and putting this stuff out. So this is actually a very interesting piece. It's one of my favorite pieces on my blog, so you should read that too. It's called Folds and Layers, and then it goes into labia elongation. That will sort of be like a part 2. It's getting like more in depth and more sciencey about it. The other sexual piece is Magritte Lovers. Magritte Lovers was also in 2018. 2018 was a very sexual year for me. But for Magritte Lovers, I was in love. I was falling in love with somebody. But at the same time, I was grieving. So it's a mixture. It's not about one particular person that I won. It's also about a particular person that I lost. So it's like a combination of these things about love lost and love found. So it's like a beautiful poetry of love, either gaining it or not gaining it or losing it. So that's what Magritte Lovers is about. Now there's Rum Crack. Rum Crack is not extremely sexual. This was about the first time I ever did drugs and a lot of alcohol. And this is about my experience with weed in particular and the things that I went through. So this is an exciting piece. This was in 2017. You should look at that. It's a pretty interesting encounter. There's also Love Lessons from the Moon. This is not a sexual piece. It's more of a love piece, but not like a person-to-person relationship love piece. It was about jealousy, actually. Come to think of it, it was a piece about jealousy and feeling like you're not being loved enough. It was like a combination of emotions, but I think the core of it was jealousy and feeling like you're not being loved right. That was Love Lessons from the Moon. I wrote this. I was on the roof of a house, and I was looking at a big bright moon, and I wrote this poem staring at the moon. Smartphone equals less sex was more of it was like an awareness thing. Hold on, I'll come back. So smartphone is equals to less sex was more about how people spending more time on the phone is actually taking time from them having sex and getting to know the person that they're living with or that they're in love with. So yeah, I hope this encourages you to check out some of the pieces on my blog. They're very detailed. Everyone who knows my writing pieces know that my pieces are always very, very boring. There's also another piece that I'd like you to look at. It's called D and L. P and L, no, P and, yeah, it's like P and P or D and P. It's called D and P. That was probably the most detailed one. You should look at it. It's because I'm that kind of person. I've just always been very open and very clear about my stance on sex and my views on it. It's like I've never been one to hide, one to feel shy about those certain sorts of things. So I hope these are pieces that you can look at and love. It's also an encouragement to check out my blog because I love my blog, and I'm very sure that there's something bigger that everyone can relate to, because it's not all about love and sex and all these things. It's also like a bunch of stuff about travel, sometimes about fashion, about mental health, and a variety of things. So check out my blog, illustrator.wordpress.com.